Okay, I would like to just document this feeling that I have, that I've been dealing with lately. Maybe somebody will have some words of wisdom about how you conquer this. But have you ever been stuck with fear so paralyzing that, like, literally, you can't make a decision, you can't breathe, you don't think straight, you feel like your feet are glued to the floor? Indecision is just, your mind is just racing, and you have this guilt just ripping at you, tearing at you, because you know what you need to do. You know what the mission is. You know what your objective is. You know what your goals are, what your dreams are, or whatever it is, But fear, I thought I had really conquered the fear in myself when it comes to being able to at least push myself in uncomfortable situations. I thought I had mastered that. There are still things that I struggle with. I don't admit or talk too personal, so I'll stay vague. But I'm not a social person, okay? I guess that's not a huge secret. Do you ever see people on my YouTube channel? No. Yeah. I don't, if you go, I think if you were to go to any of my family's house, you wouldn't find any pictures of me. I just don't do that. But there's something I want to do today. There's something I've been trying to hype myself up to do for several days. There's something yesterday I thought that I could do. I I have been training for it. I've been preparing for it. I have gotten the gear for it. I have mentally and physically been doing all I can just to compensate for the weaknesses that I know that I have. For example, all right, a little bit of honesty, okay? Uh, Dietary. I have been jamming my body with high proteins, electrolytes, things, uh, low sugars, watching glucose levels, eating healthy vegetables, taking omega-3. It's like, I'm talking the most focused I've ever been on what my diet is, because I had a bad experience happen to me on a run not too long ago, where yeah, something happened to me, and it took me, and and then also a mental thing. Okay, yesterday I was doing good, but I'm never good. Okay, when you travel, right? Sorry, when you travel, when you live overseas, when you visit or go on vacations overseas, when you put yourself in unfamiliar situations, there is a lot of factors that go into it. Okay, one, are you doing it alone? Okay, two, are you doing it through like a resort comfort expat bubble or a tourist bubble, or just, is there familiarity? Can't speak. Is there the familiar? Are you alone? Are you pushing through it? Are you soldiering up? Like, are you, manning up and just, I've always believed that my mind could push me through no matter what. That's what the Marines teach. That's what my whole idol, right? Batman. What is he all about? Right? The perfection of mental discipline, which will create the perfection of everything else. If you can hone your mind with such discipline and such motivation, and being able to withstand pain and conquering your fears, there is nothing you can't do. And I've tried to implement that in my life, even through the smallest things. Small things I religiously do. I make that bed every single day. I wash the dishes. If I did not cook, I make a goal. You know what I mean? I don't ever leave a dish out, because if I break the rule once, then I've broken this vow that I've made to myself. I sweep the floor. Boom. I keep things. You know what I mean? Like the motorcycle. Uh, every every 3 months on the dot. Boom. I'm changing the oil. Uh, had some bad experiences with that lately, but we won't get into that. Um, I if I give my word, if you give your word and you don't go through with it, my God, what greater shame is there than breaking your word? Lie, breaking your word, is there a distinction? I don't know. I know what I should do, but I am paralyzed by this fear internally that's keeping me from just doing it. And because of that, my heart is just racing. My mind is just racing. I feel my energy just drained, even though I just had 4 eggs, had toast with syrup, with honey. Even though I've been wearing my gear, I got trying to break in gear. Even though I got pain, I am trying to push past. It's not. It's not like, okay, boom, you take a fall, you take a hit, boom, and you gotta still make it up. You still gotta continue, and you're just fighting through that pain. Like, this is a mental one. This is a mental block, and those things will destroy you. And for some reason, I cannot break this one that I'm facing today. Usually I can. And I know through past experiences that when you break a mental block, when you break whatever it is that's holding you back, that you're glad that you did it. There is nothing worse than living with the regret of wishing you had versus doing it and wishing you hadn't. But then there's other factors that you got to put in consideration is, what if I fail? What if I'm not at level I need to be, and it compromises other people's happiness? Is that pride and me being selfish? Where do you draw the distinction? Where does the line go? How do I keep my word without risking damage to myself, which I don't even care about that. Like, the body heals, man, but your word won't. Your values won't. Your ethics won't. Your morals won't. That's what separates me from these piece of shit HR people, these people I've worked with all throughout here. Throughout the majority of people I meet and I've worked with throughout any country, throughout any spot in the world. These business type people, man, freaking sharks, That's what separates me from you. That's what will always separate me from you. And that's why you will never be me, live the life like me. You will never understand or experience some of the wonders that I have, because you don't deserve it. You reap what you sow, and what you sow is toxin and poison. But anyways, I need to break a mental block. I don't have much time to do it. I need to make a decision. Okay? If this was like, say, like the military, right? The military, you don't have a decision. You just do. You just do. Even if, and that is so ingrained in you, even if it's been 20, 30, 40. I mean, some of you guys, man, back in the old, some of these older, wars and older vets, like, I see you. I would see you guys when I'd go to the VA, man, shirt tucked in, wearing your caps. Like, you still have that pride, you still have that dignity, you still have that routine, you still have that never gets out of you. Some guys, we get out, we lose that. Like me, that's why I grew my hair long, and like, we have different ways. Each of us have different ways, but we might still live a certain way, right? We still have a certain code that we go by. We still understand the brotherhood. We still understand what it's like to be able to push past these physical limitations with your mind. That thing that they teach us how to do. And somebody special told me that, like, yeah, that's easy to do when you're half, that was half your life ago when you were learning and doing that. That was half your life ago. But I am not that old. I should not be handicapped by anything, and yet I am. But if I can't push it for 48 hours of just, even if it is the worst torture, agony, pain, can I not push that? Can I not just tolerate it? It'd be like holding like a hot coal, right? Burned your hand, but just count the seconds down. Count the seconds down. It's like a 20-mile hump, right? Like you just one foot, boom, one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. Why is it that the mind hurts so much over the body? Why is it that, I mean, yeah, of course, I answered my own question. Your mind is what controls the body. It gives you the drive for your body to do it. It's also your heart, though. It's also your courage, it's your convictions, your spirit. And then also, how do you look yourself? How do you look yourself in a mirror if you fail? Yeah, I don't want to hear none of this. Failure is the greatest teacher. Trust me, I've had my share of failing in life, and it's taught me a lot. And it's taught me either do or do not. Like either, get your shit together, get it done, or you're never gonna. Either conquer this world, conquer your dreams, either do everything and anything, be anything and everything, see anything and everything. Like, never let anything stop you, or don't. I am paralyzed by fear. This is what paralyzed by fear looks like. You are seeing a rare moment that I share it with you. I can't even look the camera in the eyes. Why do I share this? I don't know. I don't see how it could be beneficial. There's no self-therapy. There's no enlightenment at the end of it. There's just truth. And it'll just be a bunch of trolls or bots or people who respond, and I'll block it. Like, I don't care. I don't even read the comments. Am I trying to help people? Not on this one. This one's for me. Am I just talking maybe because I just need to talk? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe a miracle will happen. Maybe in a few hours, I'll just, boom, just go. This is a big thing I gotta do. It's pack the bags, head out, long journey. Gonna be, it's gonna be a hard one. And that's just phase one of it. Phase two is, phase three. And then there's the whole element of like, you never want to be a liability to others. It's just stay under the radar, stay to yourself, stick to yourself. Just, most of all, how do you say sorry to somebody if you let them down? And they'll tell you, oh, it's okay, I understand, it's okay. Do you really think they mean that? Weakness, strength is not how good of a fighter or how big your muscles are, or, strength is character. Is in your word, your values, it's in your honor. And when you fail at that, can somebody really mean it when they say it's okay? I understand. I guess that's something for you and I both to think about.